Hello everyone, welcome back to All the Mods 9. This is episode 5, and last episode we worked towards building out this mega base and planning on towards our future base plans. We also got a simple AE2 system set up with an ME controller and also a smart cable, a dense cable that is, that has a wireless connector with an infinite storage, infinite wireless access point thing. But also we have a storage bus that connects all the way into our integrated dynamic storage system and also our mob farm here. I also cleared out the area for a future mystical agriculture farm, probably. So I have moved that out. I'm planning on moving all the power stuff and also our previous auto crafting setup with integrated dynamics. All of our previous stuff's moved out. The latex production with immersive foregoing is also moved out. So yeah, I've been clearing out stuff for making our future base, and I have been also drawing out the corridors and the designs for our base, and I think it's coming along quite nicely. I have been working towards trying to be a little bit creative so that we can watch this. But today I want to work towards auto crafting, and this is a description of a basic auto crafting setup using some pattern providers that push patterns into these auto crafting molecular assemblers. They have crafting tables, crafting terminals, and you also have two of these crafting CPUs with crafting storages, monitors where you can monitor stuff, the co-processing unit where it allows you to parallelize recipes, but also the storage unit where it stores the recipe. You also have these different types of pattern providers where you can push into a subnet using ME interface, which is really interesting. But yeah, this is something that I'm going to have to learn because I don't really know how this stuff works. But first of all, I think I want to get a hyper box where I put all of my mystical agriculture stuff in. So mystical farm right there, save and exit, and I'm going to try to see how it works. So yeah, it's just a big bedrock box where you can just put stuff in, and I can chunk load this and I can put whatever stuff I want just like that. So I can put my mystical farm inside here. Okay, cool. I think I'm gonna move on. So I also made some ME item storage cells. These ones have types, the regular AE2 systems, because they want to prevent you from putting too many non-NBT types in a disk, but they also have these storage for dummies, and I think I'm gonna make one because I don't have that many resources right now, but eventually we will make a lot of the typed ones so that we don't have to rely on the dummy ones, because these will incentivize me to put NBT items in my ME system, and that's really bad. You shouldn't really do that. But yeah, for now, I'm gonna just use these 256K ME item drives from dummies for now, the refined storage type drives. Okay, cool. So I think I should probably start working towards my item storage system, my auto crafting system, but also my mystical agriculture farm eventually. But yeah, as you can see, I have so many of these Corel tombstone these Corel tombstone stuff. This is not the NBT stuff. The books you could put in an Enchantment library or a Library of Alexandria. But yeah. Anyways, I have got a basic auto crafting setup right here. I tried to follow along the guide. So I have my pattern encoding terminal for putting in encoding all of my recipes. I also have a pattern access terminal where I can access all my recipes. So these are all the recipes that I moved from my integrated dynamic system into here, all my processing patterns and my regular patterns. And this is really nice compared to refined storage. I can just search the machine that I want to put my patterns into. I don't have to actually go there, I can just search this a furnace recipe, so I can just put in my furnace. This is such a nice way to manage your auto crafting setup. Yeah, moving from refined storage, stuff like this just makes your life so much easier. It's insane. But yeah, I think today I also want to get the awakened Supremium chest plate as well. You just need some of that. But also there's like oh wait, we already got that. Never mind. The mecha suit. I was looking at the mecha suit from Mechanism, and that's probably the best armor possible. But the Awakened Supremium stuff, it's not that bad. It's pretty good still. You can still get creative fight from it. But the mecha suit from Mechanism is definitely one of the best ones. But also Pneumatic Craft also has a suit of his own. It has the pneumatic suit. So that is something that you might want to look into as well if you want to work towards getting a better, uh, just a better chest plate, just a better armor for your, playthrough. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it. We're gonna stick with the Supremium till the end game. Oh, also, I figured out that you can have a hotkey to change your mechanism buckets into bucket mode, and then you can actually right click through your fluid tanks directly onto the leaves, and you can like just directly put them. And you can also waterlog leaves, right? I saw this. Oh, I should have not done that. But yeah, I can waterlog leaves and make them just have the water inside without the water flowing everywhere. I do need to hook up everything. Also, yeah, glowstone is important here in the hyperbox. It's actually very dark in here, and you need light for the crops to grow. So that's something to remember. But yeah, all my Inferium farm and all my Essence farm is here. I just need to hook up everything on the other side, the Ender chests, the IO stuff. But yeah, this is not bad. This is a pretty nice setup, and this can stay away where it's away from me, and hopefully it'll help Volknag. So I should probably explain what my auto crafting setup looks like right now. So I've set up some of these towers of pattern providers and molecular assemblers. So okay, I've done a lot of research, watching a lot of AE2 videos to finally understand this stuff, right? This stuff is just for like parallel processing, right? This is just for like processing stuff when there's like a complicated craft with like a lot of steps. That's when we need this stuff, right? That's when it stores all the intermediate components while it's crafting up the big stuff, right? So that's what this is for, right? We might need more of them, but this stuff is what actually does the manual crafting, right? This thing is what crafts stuff. This thing gets the pattern. This thing gets all the items, and it just crafts up. I should probably put acceleration cards on there, as I've seen. But yeah, this thing is the thing that's actually taking all the patterns, putting them into this, and then the return inventory is what actually sends the items back into my AE2 system, right? So that's how it actually works. So I cleaned up a little bit of stuff. I try to work my controller plan as well. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I think I'm going to do that later. But if I go down here, you can see that I have a bunch of cables here. As you can see, it uses up a lot of channels. Each side of the controller needs has 32 controllers that we have access to, and we're already using up so many channels because each of these is using 8 channels each, because each pattern provider requires each channel. So yeah, and this thing is going to a different room, and that's going to use up a lot more channels. As you can see, this is using 29 of my 32 channels because I'm using 8 here, 8 here, 16, right? And then I have also set up a room. Oh yeah, looks like my machine is lagging a bit as you can see the frames up there. But yeah, so I've set up all of my machines again. I have set all of the machines to input and output on the bottom, so they can auto input and auto output from the bottom. And I've set all of them to the sides to this, as you can see. Yeah, auto input and auto output input enabled. All of them can input and output from these pattern providers. So I probably should set up these inscribers as well. So I make sure that this is just, this cannot extract the item from the input, but it can auto export back into the pattern providers if I need them to. So that's how my automation is going to work for these inscribers. That's how I did it with Integrate Dynamics when I did it a couple episodes back. I think it was episode 2. But yeah, all I have to do now is set up all my patterns. As you can see, I've already been setting up a bunch of patterns, but I need to make sure that when I'm using
these parts, I don't actually put the press in because the press is actually staying in the machine itself. So I don't need to actually put them in the pattern. I don't need to actually need them when I'm actually making the pattern. So just like that, we make all of the intermediate components just like that. And I think that should just work. I think AE2 is just much smarter than it. Yeah, I put up an elevator up there so I can get up there to my controller brain that I'm going to work on later. But as you can see, this is using up a lot of channels, and there is a way actually in A2 to make sure that you're using only one channel for a bunch of channels. So I can make sure that all of these actually combined only use up one channel from this cable, which is kind of crazy actually. But for that we need to do some P2P stuff. I think it's called if you open up the guide here, yeah, point-to-point tunnels. So we can do these systems. Let's just go down. Yeah, it's just this is what I've been doing for the past couple of hours. This is the kind of stuff I've been looking at. But yeah, wait, where's the thing? Ooh. So yeah, if you see all of these are separate channels, they have P2P tunnels, and all of these are actually only using a single channel, just like this. So we can have all of these buses, right? These are using each channel each, but I can make them such that all of these combined with the P2P tunnel use only one channel. All I have to do is link them to another uh, terminal in like a brain controller or something. But then I can use the same controller as like what this is called is a subnetwork for controlling all of my other individual networks. So I don't have to like um, I don't have to actually use all of the channels, and I don't have to actually like make multiple lines of cables just for like each room because this is just one room, right? This is using 12 channels in just one room. If I want to build another room, I can't do that because I'm already using 29 of my 32 channels on this line. But if I make sure that this right here is a P2P tunnel, all of this would use only one channel on this cable, which is just so cool. So I can make sure that each of these rooms would only use one channel. Like all of these rooms would just use one channel when I build up machines all the way out to the end. And that's something we need to work on eventually once we build the controller brain. But I need to actually think about the design. I want to make sure it actually looks cool in this ball right here. So yeah, that's something I need to think about actually eventually. Yeah, looks like my frames are kind of bad. I don't know what happened. I was getting 40 frames a couple hours ago, but I don't have any other time to record, so I can't restart right now. So yeah, we'll have to work with this for now. But yeah, I'm gonna put up my silicon process thing here. I think this one is the logic one, right? So logic one here, calculation one here. This is the engineering one, and everything else goes in here. The ones that don't need presses. So if we need a auto crafting for a press now. Okay, so engineering processor, let's say craft up 10 of them, right? Just like that. And I just click start. We can use an automatic CPU, and we can also use a CPU for a coprocessor. So you just click this button and it'll start using different CPUs if you want to. But as you can see, because we have max acceleration upgrades, this thing is actually very fast, as you can see. Not as fast as my computer, as you can see. Yeah, I need to fix that. I need to restart my computer. Oh, wow. It shows you as a GUI when it's complete? What? I had no idea. I had no idea that that's just okay. That's just so cool. I don't think it shows you if it's in one of these monitored co-processing unit thingies. I would assume not because you would have like 1,000 of them showing up. So I think when we set it to automatic crafting and not use the co-processing, that's when it actually shows up on GPU, which means every time I request something, the final product should show up, but everything before that should not, which is actually kind of cool. I wish refined storage did that. That's actually so cool. Okay, so I think all I need to do now is set up everything auto crafting for all of my essences and everything. I need to set up auto crafting for all of this again too, because I don't think I wonder if I upgraded these to the max. I did. Okay, so I need to set up auto crafting for this stuff again, and also auto crafting for the pulverizing upgrades, the resonant stuff. As you can see, the resonant upgrades and the flux linkage amplifiers, I need to set up auto crafting for that. Okay, I'll do that now.
So with mechanism, we have applied mekanistics, so you can actually directly put infused gas types or any mechanism gases directly in your recipe through AE2. You can interact with them, and this is pretty nice. I can just directly set recipes for obtaining the infused types, the gas, directly within AE2. Because we have applied mekanistics, and A2 can just handle that, and we can add a chemical storage cell so that it will just store the stuff. Also, we can probably make it the enriched versions so that we're more efficient on the infusing as well. So I try to infuse first, but for now I think I'm just going to stick to the regular dust versions and see how it works. And we're just going to automate every single one of the gas types, and then we're going to use those gas types for all the infusion setup. So it's a pretty simple setup. So I just put all of the infusing recipes in one, and I'm in one metallurgic infuser, and I'm going to put all the recipes that require the infused types in another one. So it's just going to put the infused type inside this, and it's just going to get the infused gas inside the infusing factory. And then we're going to use a pipe to pull out the infused gas out of this. I'm not exactly sure if a fluid pipe would work here. I don't think it would because it's gas. So yeah, I think we do need the pressurized tubes because it's a type. Oh, I don't think you can pull this from. Yeah, you can't use pipes to manipulate this. I do need a configurator from mechanism itself. So I'm gonna pull out the infused gas type using one of the configurators from mechanism. I think that seems like a good idea. So we can automate the mechanism side of things. Okay, cool. So we should probably start working on P2P tunnels. I've been just linking up directly the smart cables, but P2P tunnels allow you to basically do point-to-point I/O, and it allows you to send channels. Basically, you can send anything, items, fluids, but it's mainly to send channels from one place to another. So we don't have to. This is basically how it explains that you can basically have multiple of these controllers with each of their faces where you obtain channels, and then you send these channels through different tunnels where you use them. Instead of having different cables, you just use one cable to send all of these different P2P tunnels worth of 32 channels. You're just communicating the channels. So I try to put a P2P tunnel in my machine room here. So I tried using a memory card on this. You can see there's a frequency here and has the number of channels it's carrying. If you right click, it sets a frequency, and I believe you just right click on the other side. I think you need a regular dense your smart cable to connect the P2P tunnel. It does not connect on dense cables, unfortunately. Any of these like buses and I/O stuff, you can't connect on dense cable. It does need to be connected on regular cables, but you can convey the channels itself using a dense cable. So that's what I'm using here, and we should get channels here eventually. That is not working. Oh, you know what it is? I think I need to make sure it's not the same frequency. So I think I need to shift. Yeah, so I need to shift right click on the actual I shift right click on the input side, and then on the output side I just right click. So there you go, 24 AC. 24 AC is exactly. So you do need to shift right click on the controller where you're getting it from, right? That's the input, and this is the output where you're outputting all the channels to all of my the entire network here. So yeah, cool. So yeah, that's how it works. That's that's what we got. If we go inside our CPU here with our controller, you can see the P2P tunnel that I was using to send all the channels. It is this one right here, 24 AC. So you can see carry channels 15. So it's transferring the channels from this controller on this face of the controller, and it's transferring 15 channels from here. It can transfer up to 32 per side. So yeah, per P2P tunnel frequency, we can transfer 32 channels, and all from a single cable. Right, pretty nice. Okay, so I probably should start working more on getting a bit of the wither stuff, getting my awakened Supremium, and getting all of the cognizant dust right here. Right, so yeah, this is how you just get it. You just kill them with Supremium, any of the Supremium, awakened Supremium knives, and you just do that. I also work towards getting the awakening pedestal, so I can get awakened Supremium armor. You do need these essence vessels to get earth, fire, or and water essence into them. And I'll be sending them using Molararis, it's pretty standard stuff. That's what I've been doing for the other stuff as well. So if I just put awakened Supremium and awakened gemstones and make sure all of the essence vessels are filled up, I have filled them with hoppers for now, I can upgrade all of my armor with the awakened stuff, and I can get full Supremium armor. Later on, we can even get Supremium essence, and we awaken Supremium essence, and we don't have to do the awakened Supremium stuff anymore. So that's pretty nice. We don't have to farm for cognizant dust in the future. But yeah, that's our first piece of awakened Supremium armor, and that should slowly upgrade the rest of my armor as well. I also made some of the higher tier augments because we can now put multiple augments. We can put 2 augments on each of our armor slots. So that's probably a good thing to take advantage of. I've been just upgrading the health boost augments, and I also got some absorption augments beforehand to get some extra augments to get fully augmented of my armor, so yeah, I've just been upgrading these health boost augments, batch crafting them. And yeah, as you can see, step assist and health boost on my boots, and absorption 5 and health boost 5 on my leggings, and that's a pretty good set of armor, I'm gonna say. So pretty close to a mech suit, so it's not bad. I think we're gonna stick to this till the end of the game. Also, I think I wanted to do some EnderIO today, so we got a slice and splice. We do need to get a head involved. I do want to get a head. We also need I do need a capacitor because I want to get a soul binder and get all the teleportation stuff from EnderIO. That's one of the main things I want to get done today. But we can automate this slice and splice, I'm pretty sure. We just need a shear and axe, I think. But yeah, this is how you do it basically. You just do push and pull on every single machine and automatically push and pull from a pattern provider, which is pretty nice. So we can put any shear and axe, I believe. We can put I want to use a awakened axe, the Supremium axe okay, so yeah, Imperium axe, Supremium axe, there we go. Cool. We can use the mystical agriculture one. This one is unbreakable, not enough power, so we do need a gate. Let's just get a niotic one. That should probably be fine. And we can put the energy on here, and we should be able to get energy. Cool. Now we should probably just put a recipe into the pattern provider, and this should push the recipe pattern into there. Yeah, it looks like it didn't work. Apparently it only works with zombie skulls. It does not work with skeleton skulls, so that's hard to get. But I mean, we only needed one for the soul binder, so it's fine for now. So yeah, there we go. We got a soul binder. We can get this power. We also need to give this experience to bind the souls. We need to bind the soul of an enderman that we captured with a soul vial, and we need to put it on this crystal. We also need some experience. We need to basically soul bind the vibrant capacitor. I also made this experience juice, this experience obelisk. This is standard, very standard in my OG thing from EnderIO. And just like that, we should be able to get an empty soul vial and a crystal. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. That's going to be it for me from that's going to be it from me for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to see you guys next time. Bye bye.